Can you give us a challenge related to running? Something that we should all do.
I was gonna say, like, by the end of this month, like, running a 5K in 25 minutes.
Okay.
I would recommend you to take a freaking cold shower in the
Yeah,
morning.
easy.
And
we do that anyways.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Lifting Things podcast. I'm here with the boys, Dan and Mike. Say what's up, boys.
You're Dan, I'm Daniel.
What's up?
I call you.
You've gotten a bad habit of starting to calling me Dan. It's confusing.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
I apologize.
You gotta stop calling me Dan.
I'll stop calling you Dan. So today we're going to talk about the challenges that we've been given. We got Alex gave us one, Nicole gave us one, and Albert gave us one. So we're all going to talk about a little bit about the challenges that we were given and how we're progressing with them. Mike, go ahead.
So going by order, Nicole gave us our first challenge, which was running. Yeah, so she essentially challenged us to run a 5K. And this was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When I went on my first run, I did a 3K, and I remember stopping like 5-6 times and cramping up.
It was a 4K actually, but
well, no, that was before I ran with you. I did one like the day before, and I cramped up everywhere, like in places that I didn't even know could cramp up. So I hated it. And then the next day, that's when Nicole gave us a challenge, so I had to do it again because I needed.
I also wasn't giving you a choice.
Like, if it's a challenge, I'm gonna do it. Like, there's just no other way around it. So it's been getting better and better. And I ran my first 5K about a week ago, and I hit 26 minutes, which is
pretty good.
Yeah, which is surprisingly good. I did not expect to be even able to run a 5K, so I definitely exceeded my expectations. And I'm gonna keep running. I'm actually like enjoying it at this point.
I know. Remember when you ran with us, but when all three of us ran together,
yeah,
you were like, "Damn, I'm really not enjoying this." And then as you've gone on and you've progressed and you've seen yourself progress, you've been telling me that you've been enjoying it more and more.
Yeah.
But why is it? It's like it's satisfying, or you're actually loving the sport, or what is it?
Well, there's a few reasons. One of them is it kind of got into a routine. It's kind of gotten part of my routine, which is I do it first thing in the morning. Like after waking up, the first thing I do is I just put on my stuff and just go outside and just do it. So I get it over with first thing in the morning. And as dreadful as it is, when you're done, you feel great and you're ready to like start your day. And it's not as bad anymore. I don't hate it as much. I'm not gonna say I love it because that is very untrue.
But yeah, at least you don't hate it anymore. It's progress.
Yeah. I think one of the other things is I'm also tracking every single run, so I can see the progress, and that's one of the most addicting kind of like ways to keep up with whatever you're doing. Is as soon as you see progress, you just get addicted to it and you want to see more and more and more.
How are you tracking your progress?
So I set a timer, and like I have an app that tracks the distance and the time. So I always see how my performance like improves. So whether it's time or distance, as soon as I set like a new time PR or a new distance PR, like that's honestly like what's addicting for me. Like I just love the process where you're improving yourself, whether it's running or gym.
Yeah, no, that's part of like the fun of running. I don't know if you got this yet. Like at one point when you start running and you start feeling like you're good, you don't care about your heavy breathing. You just feel like your legs are pushing. Like I don't know. Sometimes I
like
quit
you're grinding.
You feel like a horse, like horsepower. You have horsepower under your legs.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's like the greatest feeling ever.
Runner's high. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a runner's high thing. Yeah.
I mean, on that note, do you have a horse like mask? You should go on a run tomorrow wearing it. You'll truly unlock your
Get
horsepower.
one during quarantine.
I just wanted to make fun of you.
Wait, so Daniel.
Dude, come on. Like, dude.
Did you just ruin your?
Yeah, like, what the fuck, bro?
Honestly,
It's water, bro.
Like, this is, like, why would you do
it's
that?
just water. Relax. You'll
I
dry it
know,
off.
But I don't
I
want
have
to
a
be
hair
wet.
dryer. You can
I
dry
just
it
don't want to be wet.
So Daniel,
Um,
have you been tracking your runs?
Not at all.
Uh,
I haven't really been doing the challenge because I've been focusing like a lot on just finishing up the semester. But I have been running. Like I haven't been tracking and trying to get a certain goal. I've just been running for the sake of running. And on days where I don't run, I try to just take like even like a walk. It's weird, but I find walks kind of help the runs later. I don't know. It just gets you in the habit of going outside with your running shoes and just
yeah,
like
for sure.
going into it. So I maybe like I walk every day, like at least 30 to 40. I'm also cutting weight. So like I walk at least 30 to 45 minutes, which like helps me burn a bunch of calories. But then like on the days where I feel like I can push, I just go for a run. Yeah, I don't know. I don't track it. I just run until I'm kind of like, oh, I'm tired and go back home.
So would you say that Nicole kind of inspired you to do this more often?
Oh, no, yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, I would say Nicole also like it's something running. I remember it's something during the winter that, you know, like you go to the gym and run on a treadmill and it's all boring.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun. And then I remember
What
like,
world do you remember that, Michael? When have you ever done that?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me? For summer
Yeah,
training?
the one few times that you warm up on a treadmill, let's say.
Michael's full of shit.
Whatever, just trust him.
When we dieted down for a competition and when we had to do cardio every single day.
You didn't run.
Well, sometimes I did.
There you go. But anyways, when you're in like in the gym at the treadmill in winter, I don't know. In my head, I'm like, oh, I can't wait till summer just to do this outside. So
Yeah.
now it's finally getting warmer and sunnier, and I find the weather like if it's below 5 degrees Celsius, it's too cold for a run. Like even if it's like not, you know, it's not like below zero, but once it gets closer to 10, 13, it's perfect because it's cold enough for you not to heat up because, you know, you warm up with running,
Yeah.
but it's not too cold where you just remain cold the entire time. So yeah,
True. Very
once
true.
again, it's gonna become 25 degrees. It's gonna suck to run again outside.
Yeah, that's true. Like when it's
Too hot, yeah.
bro. But
Well,
speaking
I'll
of
suck through it.
cold, uh, Albert's given us a challenge where he challenged us to take cold showers every day, and I know you boys have taken it a little to a new extreme.
You want me to tell him what I did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Canadian Tire, and like I don't know, I YouTubed like how to make
Bought a
cold-
kiddie pool.
Yeah, I YouTubed. Thanks for ruining the story. I went on YouTube and I tried to see how to build your own cold bath, like cold chamber thing, whatever. Cold bath, yeah. And then there was a lot of people like they were like Wim Hof cold bath, how to build it, and you have to buy like these $600 like coolers and like do a bunch of like water what's it called when water insulation and all that. And I'm like, I don't have the time or like this patience to do this right now. So I just went to Canadian Tire and bought like a kid pool. I don't know, it's like 8 feet in diameter. And then we just filled it with water and threw ice in there. And
So it worked.
this guy could barely get in, although he was injured. So that was funny. And then me, I was getting in and just shivering.
Yeah, it was.
And the last person that we're kind of like also quarantining with is our friend Zach. And he's used to it. He's like an athlete. He does it all the time. Dude was sitting in there like it was jacuzzi. Just like this, watching us like freeze our ass off and laughing, just like enjoying his life. It was such a pain to see.
So
While both me and Dad are like shivering.
right. The kiddie pool works, right?
I find it was worse than it was. I find when I do it at home by myself, although I make it really cold, it was much worse there because it's outside and Zach makes the water really cold.
But
I mean-
it wasn't even. It was 9 degrees. The
Dan,
water-
do you use ice or do you just
Yeah.
use the water?
Cold water and ice. Me or us?
Yeah, you. When you
Me, no, I don't use ice.
So yeah, that's why it's different.
But I use a cold shower.
Yeah,
cold
but
shower.
everybody's cold water is different.
I understand.
Like
No, I
the,
mean,
the
cold
water
water
we
without
went into was like 9, 10 degrees.
Like you realize like cold water without ice is not the same as,
I do realize.
so like it's totally normal.
Yeah, but in the same time, Michael, I have in my bath, like I put just cold water with no ice, and the water is so cold that I don't need the ice. Like it's not 0 degrees, obviously, but I'm pretty sure it came down to like 7, 8 degrees, which is cold as hell.
Right. So what are your guys like? What are your impressions from doing those?
You know what I
Cold, and I'm gonna keep on doing it until I can be like Zach and just sit in it casually.
Something I realized was after you do it, you start, I don't know, personally, I start laughing uncontrollably.
During or after?
After, like when I get out of the,
You?
I did.
How would
But
you?
not like, obviously, and I'm not crazy. I'm not like the Joker just fucking laughing hysterically by myself. But like in my, like you're just shivering and you just get this like, I don't know, I guess it's like a, some kind of euphoria. It's just started like smiling ear to ear.
How would you describe?
Do you not get that?
No, I totally get it.
You get it, right?
Yeah, I totally get it. It's like
You get into colder water.
again, it's sort of a high. Like we had the running,
Yeah,
high,
it's like-
the ice bath high.
You know, it kind of feels like after a workout when you feel really, really good, but 10 times more intense.
Yeah, it's
Right away.
very intense.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird.
Well, I mean, yes, but that's besides the point.
How do you react then?
I shiver and I yell.
You don't
And I
laugh
cry.
like Daniel?
No, I usually start sobbing.
Well, I guess we all have different mechanisms to responding to cold.
Yeah, I usually sob for days.
You seem fine now.
Days.
Okay.
See how his eyes are?
Yeah.
So
Fine.
Sobbing.
how many have you guys
Fine,
done so far?
sobbing. Pardon?
How many have you done so far?
With Zach?
No, just in general, since the
In
challenge.
general, I've done maybe like 5 or 6.
Is there any kind of like progress you've noticed?
Yeah.
Last time I was able to do 2 minutes, then the time after that 4. It was nice.
Is there
So the water that I went in with Zach was about the same coldness as when you and I did it.
which was insane.
And I didn't even go in. But this time I went until my waist around.
So
I didn't go all the way in.
it is progress because when you did
Yeah.
it at my house, you were
I
not
went in for 5 seconds and I got
Yeah.
the fuck out.
So,
Yeah.
props to over,
And I almost did. But Daniel started like he was like, nah, don't get out. And then I did get out, but I went back in.
We use peer pressure to
so you don't hate it as much, Dan.
when they
No,
say peer
I-
pressure isn't good, sometimes it's okay.
Do you,
I still absolutely hate it.
but do you
How-
so do you look forward to it at all or
No.
yeah, okay.
But now I am okay with it because I've done it. I'm like, it's not as bad as I think it is. Until I do it again, which I'm sure I'll freak out the same way I did last time. So these are all empty words for now.
One of the things I notice with cold, so like cold showers, ice baths, no matter how good you get at it or how many times you've done it, like that switch to like putting the shower on cold, you just can't get yourself to.
Wait, hold on, Michael. Are you doing cold showers or cold baths?
I'm doing cold showers, and
Bro, it's a very different story.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, just like that, like initiating it, like getting yourself to like convincing yourself to just do it never gets any easier, no matter how good you are. Well, for me. So like just switching the shower to cold, I've been doing it for like 2 years now. And it's that same thought where I'm like, I just don't want to do it.
Fair enough. But have you gotten used to it? Like, are you able to do it in colder and colder waters?
I mean, I just switch it to the coldest always.
Okay.
And I do it for like a few minutes.
How long can you hold it for?
As long as I need, as I want. Like, I just
Okay,
don't
so
go
you're
over.
pretty high level there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
been doing it for 2 years. He does it every day.
You do it every day for 2 years?
Yeah, every single day.
Sick. That's awesome. So a cold bath for you is like nothing.
I mean,
Yeah, like he went in the water. The water I went in with him in his bath, we went into the sauna first,
Yeah.
and then we went into the cold water that Zach had, and he wasn't like as comfortable as Zach, because Zach was literally just chilling. Michael was like, "Yo, this is cold as fuck," but he sat in.
He was
for,
like me.
fun.
He was like me.
No, I would say he was better than you.
Yeah, because I was
the
like,
thing is,
He was better than you.
I'm someone who would look forward to doing it. Like, I get really excited because I know what I'm going to get out of it. Like, I know that I'm going to have, like, adrenaline rushing for, like, hours.
His whole body was like pink.
red. Yeah.
I love it. I actually love it.
White people syndrome. You get pink.
Should do it. We'll do it again once quarantine is over. We'll all go into his kiddie pool and hold hands.
Yay. I'll add some
When it's done,
Luckies.
probably gonna be like either winter, so it's gonna be ice already,
Perfect. We'll just crack it.
or like let's say it's finished like August, we're just gonna dump. It'll be like not water with ice. It'll be ice with water.
Yeah, one thing
get into a tub of ice.
Yeah, I really
What?
want to try the jumping into like a frozen lake kind of thing. I feel like that's
Have you ever done it? It's
actually no, I've never done it.
It's way worse than anything
It's
you've
so
ever
much
done.
worse.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that water is negative.
Yeah, that's why I want to do
You're
it.
talking about a frozen lake. Like
yeah,
you
but
crack it.
under the water. It's like probably zero.
I guess
If it was negative, it'd be
all
ice. Yeah.
Science. Probably 0 degrees. Yeah. That's
Well, the thing is,
freezing.
even if you have like maybe it's in -1 or -2, if you have a flow, a stream, kind of keeps it liquid, but not for long. So usually water under surface is warmer. That's how fish survive.
Yeah, I wonder how cold it actually is.
Close to 0 degrees,
Yeah, damn.
around 0 degrees, which is really cold.
Yeah.
Very, very cold.
So we're gonna do another one this
You gotta
Saturday.
be careful. If you do that too fast, your body could shut down.
Yo, a cool idea I have is why don't you go live on lifting things while you do it?
Yeah, we can do that.
That would be really cool. I would watch it.
I'm sure you would, because you'd have FOMO.
I'll be your only. I won't be your. No, it's actually cool. You should do it every.
Were you about to say you'll go on our OnlyFans? Should we do a live on our OnlyFans?
I'm down.
Tub time.
Yeah. Desperate times.
Desperate tub times.
So.
All right. I think that concludes.
So we have another challenge to go.
We do.
We do?
Alex.
Oh, right, Alex.
All right. So Alex.
But we never posted it. We haven't posted it.
All right. So,
so-
we can leave it here. That's fine.
Yeah,
I feel
we
like.
haven't posted it. So
You
everyone.
said Alex in the beginning. You have to put that out.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it at this. We'll use it for another video.
Editing tricks.
Editing. All right. So that concludes this episode of the Lifting Thingz podcast. Michael Naiman, set us off. Let's go.
So when I say lifting, you say things. Lifting!
Things!
Lifting!
Things!
All right, boys.
Cowboys.
Peace.
I'm going to still be here. Ciao, boy.